So, we're back again for more F1 2011, guys. And it's the German Grand Prix around the Speedway circuit in this. And this is a type of circuit like used for NASCAR, but it's going to be used for the German Grand Prix instead. Hello, my name is Jay Willis here, and welcome everybody to the 8th round of the championship of the 2011 Formula 1 season in Roblox. It's the German Grand Prix. And now that we've been out for about a few weeks and months we've gone past, we're back again for the German Grand Prix. It's been a long time that we've seen this circuit though. We've got a new track, qualifying for this, and hopefully it will be better than this. Hopefully we do better for this, and hopefully how will this track new be better after Britain in Silverstone a few months ago. Hopefully it will be better for this, and as the championship leader, we'll take a look at the championship right now. So far, Alonso is leading the championship by just 6 points from right third, and Monza is tied with third, with Berkel in fourth. Won the Constructors' Championship, William ahead of Renault, who dropped ahead of McLaren. Fiora are in fourth still, ahead of Mercedes. HRT in sixth, and Lotus already just 4 points behind, with Red Bull down in eighth. But there's still a lot to grab for this race in Germany, and we're ready for this qualifying session here in the Hockenheim ring, or maybe the new track in Speedway circuit indeed. Okay, we're just going to begin the first drive to do this lap in D so far, and it's the Lotus of Heggie Carolina, so let's just get back to science for this one indeed. Oops, that's still... Wait, was that the wrong button? And it's off then. So we didn't know where the finish line is. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So I think she's gone past there indeed so far. Hopefully, what the lap time will be when he crossed the line then. So see what the lap time will be then indeed. And hopefully, how this 8th race of the season goes through so far. And where we see at the moment indeed, I couldn't see him in T so far. As we go see him. Oof. It's very hard to see how this camera goes along here. But he comes with the last corner in D so far, and he's going to cross the line to begin. He's the first one going to do it, and it's going to be a 37.821. That's a lot of time to beat then. So good luck from Kovaliven then. That's the time to beat for this qualifying D. Okay, so that was Kovaliven did well so far. So who's the next driver out? It's Vitaly Petro, and where the hell is he? Random. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's just gone past. He had to go again because we didn't see where he was in this track indeed. Right, here he goes. Round the 5 we go through now, and we might go on board on its lap so far for this. Off he goes. So, through the first corner indeed so far. So, hopefully, we're going to see how this new track indeed so far. And we just hit the... And this track is going very good. So, you can see we can go around it indeed. As we've gone very into the woods indeed. No, don't do that. This track is very hardly to see how drivers will go around this forest indeed, around this track in Germany. Alright, we'll see Petrol coming through the chicane. He goes through now. Round the left and the right hander. That's very quick indeed, and Kovaliven did. Round the last corner he goes through now. Let's see what the lap time will be. And he's only just a 38.310 for that lap time indeed, so not good for that. Petrol is slower than Kovaliven indeed. Well, he's comfortably in second place for that Vitali, but will Schumacher beat him? Here he comes. Round the 5 he goes through now. And Schumacher does begin his lap indeed. So let's see. Gone through the first 2 corners indeed so far. We might go and see him on board in here. Let's take a look at this news chicane of this German track there. Here he comes. He's going through there, going through to the chicane, and that's a bit slower for that corner indeed. So Schumacher around there, but he goes through now. Really good for this indeed. And we're going to go on board on him for this new saying of this longest left-hander he goes through now. This is the longest track, isn't it, to be there, but it's a shortest track for this indeed. Schumacher, I think, we're not going to do this indeed. He's just going to cross the line right now, has he? And I think he is. And they cross the line, and he's only just posted 38.477. And I'm completely stuck at this one. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, there we go. I got out of there. So, good luck for Schumacher there. I didn't see his lap time indeed, so we'll actually had to need to stand here, actually, to watch the view in this, indeed, instead of the original base, indeed. So, that's a terrible lap for Michael Schumacher, though. So, that's what he wanted to do for the 7-time World Champion indeed. What work can Adrian 2 do something like this indeed for Force India? And he's just beginning his lap so far for this. Yeah, this new part of this bridge is the part of this track indeed. And this new wimp path is going to be much better indeed. And so 2, where he is, he's just going for the chicane. Round the hairpin he goes through. That's very quick indeed for the German driver. Keep his pace going. Let's see where he can go for this lap indeed. As he goes through. Going past the Zucchini goes through now. So let's see what he can do for this one indeed. Round the far corner. The hairpin is very tight indeed. But he's going to cross the line now. And he's only go for 38.644. For Sergio, not bad than Mercedes at all indeed. That was a slow lap from Suto indeed then. Next up is the Williams of Pastor Maldonado. Looking for this one indeed for this race. As he's off for his lap indeed. Hopefully how this one will be better for Pastor Maldonado. For Williams. And hopefully how this one goes in the bag for him. As he goes through to the cage right now. Here he goes. Very quickly indeed he goes around the track indeed. Through he goes through. And a lot of racing he's going through today. Hopefully get the progress done indeed. He's doing better for this one indeed. Going through this cage, he's going much better for this. He's going to be faster like in qualifying he does the last few races ago. And cross the line. And it's a 38.086 for Maldonado. A good lap there for the FedEx Racing driver. Good lap from him. So, after a bit of a confusion about myself about the track indeed, the next driver is the Lotus Iano Trulli, and off he goes for his lap indeed for this German Grand Prix. As off he goes now through the four, he goes through now, going very quickly. He goes now into this part of this track indeed. That's where take drivers off the track indeed so far. So Trulli, very need to be careful around this track indeed so far. I'm timing him so far for this. Resetting for the next driver to do it. For this qualifying indeed. Hopefully it goes better for this. And hopefully how the track goes very much better for this. As Trulli goes through now and into the fires okay now. Will he see how we can do this to beat this? And he's going to cross the line. And he's only a 38.179. But good one there for the other Lotus there. But he kind of beat Kovalainen's time indeed so far. We'll find out where Maldonado will go. Trulli goes in a minute. Well, meanwhile, it's Victor Luzzi's turn now for Hispania Racing for HRT. Hopefully, they got some points from last season indeed so far. We can't fail to get into the top 10 indeed, but Luzzi did. Luzzi did make it into the top 10 in the last race in Silverstone. But could he do it again here with this German Grand Prix season? Hopefully, we'll do that very much indeed. Through he goes. Opening up the pace now. Through he goes. On this left-hander, he goes through now. Wow. That's very quick indeed. As I'm I'm just stuck there. Oh, good blocking there to get on the head there from that one. Here goes Lucy and cross the line. It's a 38.07 and that is very close to get to. He just beat Maldonado there for that lap time indeed. So Lucy will go second ahead of Maldonado indeed in the Williams. Alright, it's Torres' turn. It's Arguso's turn and he crossed the line and he has begun his lap here with this new German Grand Prix track circuit for us. Because we had the Berlin track from last season and he didn't do well for that. He only had one race last season in 2010 and that was at the British Grand Prix last season. And that was not at the Silverstone, so he's at the other track indeed so far. Hopefully having his space race is going much better as he goes through now. Oh dear. That's what we don't want to see that indeed. He's heading towards the fire core. He goes through now. Round there, he's just gone through now. Let's see where his laptop is going to go to him. Wow, 38.00. So that's like just 600 from Maldonado. So that's going to put him into P3 indeed. Oh, and the next driver is going to be Kamui Kobayashi now. And he will begin his lap in this start. First driver will go for this one. So the Japanese driver for Sauber is off. He goes now. How will the Japanese driver do very well for the second? Kamui Kobayashi. He's doing very well so far. Through he goes into the K indeed. And that's pretty much better for Kamui to go through there. He goes around a bit and goes around this longest left-hander. That is the longest left-hander for this German Grand Prix round for this race indeed. For this German Grand Prix qualifiers that we're doing for this, guys. So where is Kamui now? He's heading towards the hairpin. He goes through. Remember, he started on this. He veers on the start on the finish line indeed. Cross the line and goes on a 37.955. Wow. Good quickest for Kobayashi there. That is not close to cover line indeed, but that's going to put into P2 away so far for Sauber. Well, good luck from Kobayashi. Why? It's time for the Williams other drive back to do this lap indeed. He's off. So, let's see how his lap will go for this one indeed for Williams. He's going through to the longest left-hander goes through now. Oh, good extra boost there for me. That's a very good booster. He's using the DRS for this one indeed. Using the power for this, we'll put DRS for this for next season for this in 2012. And we'll return for this for the 2013 season indeed so far. Bearcat's getting a lot of boost from power from me as he goes for his indeed. What a good lap he's having for this. Is this going to beat Coverline's time there? Let's take a look. And he goes on the 37.5 and see he has beat him. Well good for the power for that boost there. Bearcat has got the pole from Coverline. Can he keep it that way throughout the whole season indeed in this qualifying? So next up is the Red Bull Sebastian Vettel, the man who got pole position in the last race in Silverstone. So will he do it again around this track though? Let's find out. Whether the German is in his home Grand Prix, hopefully doing his best to win this race indeed. As he's just gone through the forest, we just gone see. And hopefully how this one goes for the bag indeed. As he goes through into the chicane, he goes through now. There he goes through. That is very good camera zoom in for this one indeed. As well, he's going through this left hand he goes now. So this is going to be a pretty good lap from Ferrari indeed so far. And he's heading towards the fire car right now. Really good to be seeing him go around. That's it. This lap time is going to be better for him. And cross the line. He's at 38.197. That's a good lap there for Ferrari indeed. As the 4-time world champion did a good lap there in Red Bull indeed. Well, it's still Bearcat out of front indeed so far. Ferrari only goes 8th fastest. But what about his teammate Webber will do something like this? Well, what will Mark Webber could do for the other Red Bull team? So the Australian is doing his best to try to do better for Webber Ways after he got pole in Britain. As we go through for this, hopefully we have a good race indeed so far. Webber goes through to the happy he goes now. That is not fairly quicker than his teammate did, Vettel did. That he can do better for this. And we're going to go on board for this last part of the sector there. Let's see him. There he goes. Can go through now. Round to this fire car indeed here in Germany. And this is going to be a better lap for him for this. And across the line. And it's a 38.069 for Webber as he crossed the line. Wow. Amazing job for him. So, next up is the McLaren Lewis Hamilton. So, he begins his lap right now for McLaren. So, how would this champion do something like this? As Lewis Hamilton only got one time for this from McLaren. The 7-time world champion is doing well so far as he goes through the corner he goes round. So really good for this. Round the hairpin he goes through now, and all the rest of the 2011 series will be taking part next year in 2021 because this is the last video will be seen for this 2020 in F1 2011 though. Hopefully we'll do it better for next season though, and hopefully where Hamilton will go for this lap time indeed. Brilliant lap though, 38.001A. Good lap there for Hamilton and moved him into P3. Alright, the other McLaren Jensen Button is completely now off. So, with these 5 green lights are still lit on for the session to be going along. Hopefully how this one goes in this for the race tomorrow. And hopefully how these ones will be better for this. As Bud goes through to Zucchini, goes through now. Round the hairpin goes round. Faster than Lewis Hamilton. He's faster than Barrichello, I think he has. So hopefully he can try to beat Barrichello's lap time indeed. At 1 minute, he had to beat a 37.506. So heading towards the fire car now. But he crossed the line to start first straight. So here he comes. And, oh, not close enough. 38.045. That would be next to his teammate, though, in 5th place, though. Alright, we're back again. This time we're doing Fernando Alonso for Ferrari. And the Spaniard is off on his lap now. So, what will Alonso could do for this track here at this German circuit we're going through this for this track, though. It's not the Nürburgring, it's a new track part of this NASCAR track for this race in Germany, indeed. Going through the chicanes, and through there he goes through this. There's a lot of corners on this track indeed so far. How would Alonso do for this race indeed? As he goes around the longest right left-hander, and he's going to the chicane there. That's very quick indeed. And he's heading towards the far corner of the track. Round he goes, and he's just crossed along the top first straight. Let's see what the lap time will be, and it's only just 38.208 there. So that's a good lap from Fernando Alonso there. Good one for that indeed. So, Next up, it's Felipe Massa. And the Ferrari is off. On his lap indeed. How would Felipe do well for this one indeed? Just a bit of problem over the camera there. But hopefully, how this one goes well for him. He's going through to the happy. He goes through now. Really good for that corner indeed then. As he goes round to this longest left-hander he goes round. That's very quick indeed. That is that corner. This track is very fast and steady indeed. And Massa's heading towards the fire corner now. What is that going to put him? And he goes on a 37.945. That's a good lap from Massa there. And he's gone faster than his teammate Alonso. So, Nico Rosberg for Mercedes next up. How would the German do in his own Grand Prix? He's off. Looks like he's very fast indeed then. Let's go see this corner in the trees. And slow there. That is not where Rosberg wanted to see there. As the DHU is sponsored for this in Formula 1 indeed. Round there, he just gone through. And onto this left-hander. It's the longest of this in Formula 1. So hopefully, hardest one for this lap indeed. Rosberg into the far corner. The hairpin he goes through. He went on to stop first way. So what's going to be stop where he crossed the line now? And he's a 38.047. Not the match of somebody else. Near close to Hamilton there. That was so close indeed so far. And just a few more drives left to go in this one. The first stop is Nick Heidfeld in the Lotus. Off he goes. For this lap here at this German Grand Prix circuit. It is pretty new indeed. He's going around the left hand at turn 3. This is very good to be seeing this track goes very well. As he's not very fast through there. Through the middle sector through here. Round the hairpin he goes through. Not faster than the other races than in Barrichello. And hopefully how this one for qualifying will do better in the race tomorrow. As he goes down the straight, he goes through now. Into the chicane, he goes through now. Very quickly, he goes through now. Round the final corner for this track indeed. And where's this last going to put him? And, oh dear, we didn't stop the clock for this, guys. I'll try again, guys, and then we'll do the next one indeed. So I'm going to skip it from height first and do the other one indeed. Right, next up, it's the Force India of Paul Duester. The Scottish is off on his lap. Hopefully to make the right decision on this track here at this German circuit of this speedway track. Hopefully do better for this and hopefully he goes through where we go and see him. He's going through the chicane right now, so hopefully how the pace goes very well for him. Round the hairpin he goes through now. Very clear, not going in with first indeed, but hopefully he's having a good race in the standard indeed. As he goes through to the chicane, he goes round now. There he goes, and round to the far corner, which is the hairpin. Really quickly there. And what's lap's going to be for him? And cross the line, and it's a 38.181 for Paul Duester. Faster than his teammates too, and he's going to be back in the field for tomorrow's race. Right, it's time for Sauber next. And it's Sergio Perez. The Mexican is off. So hopefully what will Perez can do for this lap here with this all important for this track indeed. Hopefully he can do better since the 2010 GP2 he went to. Hopefully this one will be a bit better for him so far as he goes through. Through he goes into this part of the section of the lap indeed, and we go on board with him. Through he goes, and hopefully gain some time there as Santander sponsored them indeed. As hopefully where is Perez going to end up? As, oh god. And Perez has just done his lap time in D so far. And it was a 38.373. I just a bit of trouble there, guy, with the keyboard this. But hopefully that's okay for Perez that he did this lap in D so well. So that was a bit of a mistake for the lap for Perez there. But what will Toro Rosso do? As Sebastian Buemi now starts his lap for Toro Rosso. So Sebastian Buemi doing well so far for this season so far. The points scoring for this is going much better as it goes for this season indeed. As the Swiss driver making his way towards the hairpin he goes round. So hopefully you can see him right now. There he is. Through he goes into the hairpin. And hopefully we can see him going through the chicanes indeed. And here he is. And hopefully he'll make his more progress indeed then. As he comes, well, that was a bit slow down from Brummy then. So hopefully he gains some traction indeed. And he's crossed the line right now. He's at 37.952. He dominated that last set very much indeed. And goes on an impressive 5th at the moment. Only just 3 more drives left to go. And the first one though is Noel to get in the Hispanic racing. The Indian who only had 1 win so far, which is the European Grand Prix, where he won that. And the Indian will be pretty good for this one indeed. So we heard a lot of Indian anthems in Formula 2 indeed. Hopefully what Carter we just hear the Indian anthem by the 6th race of the season by the end of the race when he won the race. Pretty good to see him back again for the German Grand Prix then, and hopefully next time out will be the Hungary Grand Prix that will be coming in January 2021. So here comes Carter KM. Round he goes into the hairpin for the final corner. Here he comes, and let's see what the lap will be when he crosses the line. Oh, not that fast though, but beating Lucy's time was very better. 38.177 indeed. Okay, so only the Virgins racing now. They only have 8 points. They're winning last place in the Constructors' Championship indeed so far. They need to get a comeback in this race indeed so far. D'Ambrosio has 4 points. Team McLaughlin has 4 points, but he faces an excellent 2nd place in the championship last season. But what will Team McLaughlin do for this season after the good 2010 season? Well, unfortunately, I don't think this season is not going to go really well for Virgin at all. So their progress so far are not doing better around this track indeed, because he's coming around the last few corners now. What will Team McLaughlin press for Virgin with a better lap indeed? And it's a 38.116 for Team McLaughlin. That's a better lap for him to move up the field indeed. So, there's only just 1 more drive left to go now, and it's Jerome D'Ambrosio for Virgin. He's just coming around now to do his lap indeed. So, here he comes. Round he goes to the 5 corners. So, hopefully we'll show you which part of the track we'll be using for the stop video. We'll use this one for the first line indeed, for this one indeed. So, hopefully that'll be a good race indeed. As D'Ambrosio goes on his lap so far. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that Allianz sign. They're not doing better for this. And what the hell? I'm stuck again. I'm stuck again. Oh my. Whoa. That's not very good. That's very good. Alright, here he comes. Here comes D'Ambrosio. And round he goes to the left-hander. And there he goes. Look at that. Very going straight the straights indeed. As he comes right to the 5 corner indeed so far. Well, this lap's just going to put D'Ambrosio in this race indeed. And he only goes at 38.167 indeed. So he's going to be slower than Team McLaughlin D so far. So that lap time's done completely there, guys. And we'll be right back for the result for this one. So it's Williams Badcow for winning, who takes pole position. The man who's going to try to take the lead in the championship for Maloney is in 3rd. Covellay qualified good 2nd for Lotte, had the Master. Brummy 4th, Kobayashi 5th, Hamilton 6th, Burr 7th, Rosberg 8th, Webber good excellent 9th for Webber and Lucy. And unfortunately, both of D'Ambrosio and Clark will start on the 7th one on the grid, and the Vettel's only 18th, Alonso, the champion, only 19th. And both 3 German drivers, high votes, Schumacher is 2, are starting at the back of the field. Oh dear me, 3 Germans at the back of the field for tomorrow's Grand Prix. That is not very good in Germany indeed. Well, that's pretty good for this qualifying set indeed so far. Well, please join us tomorrow for the race indeed. And this will be the final one for 2020 indeed, until we go for this rest of this one in 2021 indeed. Very see how this track goes very good for these, and hopefully who's going to win the German Grand Prix, guys. Well, hopefully we'll see you there, guys, for the German Grand Prix, and we'll see you there. Bye!